All right, so Kovalev just won by 11th round KO. It was a jab that actually made Yarde fall and couldn't get back up. But if you want me to be real, it's from exhaustion. The last 3 rounds, Yarde took a lot of damage. At the end of the day, shout out to Kovalev. He's going to get that Canelo fight. Canelo vs. Kovalev will be next. You mark my words. What I have to say about this fight, I want to make this short, quick, and simple. Kovalev outboxed Yarde. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more you can say about it. From the beginning to the end, he established his jab. He stayed at range. He threw combinations. And then he got out. You know what I'm saying? He changed his angles. He didn't stand right in front of Yarde. And when he did stand right in front of Yarde, he was actually better when it came to that toe-to-toe fighting. When they were in that box, when they were doing that inside fighting, he ended up showing that he was better. Not because not because he had more power, but just because he followed everything up with more than just one shot. I feel like that was my problem with Yarde. Yarde was more looking for the counter, and he would throw with one shot. He threw that check left hook a lot, to the point where it was very predictable. He led a lot of a lot of the combinations that he was throwing with that check left hook, so it allowed Kovalev to react and stay at distance or throw a certain counter himself very easily, because he knew most of the combinations that Yarde was going to be throwing was going to start with that check left hook. But also, my problem with Yarde was a little bit too much head hunting and being willing to stand right in front of Kovalev rather than maybe change angles or maybe at some points use his footwork to change looks that he's throwing at Kovalev. My biggest problem also with Yarde was he wasn't throwing anything out there to disguise what he actually wanted to land. What I mean by that, since he wanted to land that check left hook so much, rather than looking for an opening or countering, you know what I'm saying, or rolling with a certain punch Kovalev threw and trying to throw the check left hook, why don't you actually put Kovalev on his back foot by maybe throwing out a jab, a couple jabs, or maybe throwing out a right hand, or maybe even throwing out an uppercut, something that you're disguising that check left hook, 1-1, 2, and then maybe throw the one again, then throw the check left hook. Disguise it with something, 1-1 to the body, then come over the top with that check left hook, rather than just he's going to roll with a punch, or maybe he's going to block a punch and then throw the check left hook. Kovalev's obviously too experienced to get hit to the point where he's going to be losing the fight with one shot that's been thrown at him over and over. He's going to read that, he's going to see that, or he's going to just stay at distance to the point where he knows he doesn't have to worry about it because he's not even in the range to be hit by it. So that was my biggest problem with Yarde. He did a good job at I think it was the 8th round, adjusting his game plan, which I was waiting for him to do, because Kovalev did that at least three times in the fight, adjusted his game plan, and gave Yarde different looks. But Yarde, I don't know if it was because I wasn't listening to the commentary, so I don't know if this was just off of just what he did in the spur of the moment or just what his corner told him, but he started going to the body of Kovalev, and it seemed like he was top when he comes to the body. That obviously he threw other combinations with it, because that was the first time through the whole entire fight he started throwing in combinations. In my opinion, it's all my opinion. But I did watch the fight, so if you guys watch the fight, I'm pretty sure you guys will see the same thing when I'm talking about in entirety, obviously. So when he was going to the body, he was throwing things to disguise it, then boom, he would throw it to the body. Then after he threw it to the body, he would follow it up with something else. He was throwing some uppercuts with it, and he had Kovalev in trouble. But after that round, I'm not sure what the corner told him. I didn't know if it was more of along the lines of encouragement, you're doing the right thing, come out hard to do exactly what you do, or implementing that strategy or that game plan or that adjustment that he did in that round, saying, you go into the body, keep going to the body, keep going, and add other things with it, right? So, because after that round, he didn't throw it anymore. And some may argue, well, he gave his all in that round. He thought he was going to knock Kovalev out. He didn't have anything left. For the next 3 rounds, he basically took a lot of damage. So, all in all, great fight from Kovalev. He showed that not only is he an amazing boxer, but he still has that chin, because he took some solid shots from Yarde. So Kovalev versus Canelo is obviously going to be happening next. What do you guys think about that fight? What do you guys think about the Yarde versus Kovalev fight? How do you think Yarde boxed? And my last point I want to make is, if the rumors were true that Yarde didn't spar, I don't believe them, but if they were true, if you watch the first 2 rounds of this fight, there's a good argument that can be made that it might have been possibly true because of how he was reacting to certain punches. First 2 rounds, he was getting hit, and literally every time he got hit, he was throwing, looking away. He wasn't even looking at Kovalev when he threw, and that's usually a sign that someone's not used to getting hit, right? So, what do you guys think about this fight? What do you guys think about Yarde's performance? Do you think he can rebound from this? I do. But do you guys think he can rebound from this? What would be a good next fight for him to fight? As far as Kovalev, are you guys excited for the Kovalev versus Canelo fight that's going to be scheduled? How do you guys think Kovalev looked in this fight? And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. I know I am. I love it when boxing fights are this early. I got the whole day ahead of me. Y'all stay up, fam.